Mr. Graham!
Alright guys, welcome to Homework Help. Please raise your hand if you want to participate. Page 284, 285. Let's see if we can assist you at all. Oh, there we go. So, the hardest question on your homework, we'll start with that by far. Oh, let me put my blah 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 timer on. No blah blah blah, Mr. Brown. Is something to do with the clock. And on this clock, that you'll have to draw yourself if you want to see a visual example. They don't draw it for you. There's 12 numbers. We knew that already. A clock looks like this. Duh, we know that. And it says, if the hands are on 12 and 4, it equals 120 degrees. Well, thank you very much for that information, Mr. Problem. Then it says, if you move the hand to 4 and 6, what would the angle be then? And this is difficult because you gotta be really clever to figure this out. But take a look. If we count how many numbers it takes from the beginning to the end of this angle, 1, 2, 3, 4, we know that it took 4 numbers to equal 120 degrees. Interesting. And if we look at the jumps to the next angle, 1, 2, we know it's going to take 2 numbers to equal, well, that's the question, isn't it? To equal how many degrees? Now, we know that this side, there's a 4 and a 2. On this side, there's a 120, and we don't know. In order to figure it out, someone, one of you maybe, if you think you know, needs to tell me the relationship between that 4 and 2. What's the relationship between the number 4 and the number 2? Like, how are they connected? There's a couple different ways to say this. Ian?
2 is half of 4.
You could say that 2 is half of 4. You totally could say that. Chloe?
4 is a timetable and 2 are
Well, yeah, I hear you. 2 times 2 equals 4. Also, 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So that relationship can help you with the 120 degrees. 2 times 2 equals 4. Times 2 equals 120. Or half of 4 is 2. Half of 120 is
60.
Elijah, thank you for raising your hand.
60.
60 is correct. That's the hardest guy on there. If you can do that, the other 2 will feel like a snack. Yes, Aiden?
You also know that because if you add 120 plus 60, it's 180, and that's half of the circle.
Ooh, that's super genius. I need to repeat that because it really is worth repeating. You know that it's 60 because the 12 and the 6 together, I made one red line, one blue line, but together, that would have been a complete 180, right? That straight line's 180. If this is 120, what's the missing part if the whole thing's 180? Well, 120 plus 60 equals 180. So smart of you to notice that, Aiden, even though in the question they didn't really mention it. But that's probably an easier way to get it right. If you're awake enough to notice that, to notice it. Yes, Aiden?
And you also know it's 60 because you also said that each minute is 6 degrees. And then
10 minutes.
10 minutes is 60.
Well, that's really impressive that you remember I said that. I don't know if everyone will remember that too. But Aiden, good for you. You know how to solve that in probably 3 ways now. Another problem will show you something like this. And then they'll ask for a missing angle. Well, first of all, what's half of a whole circle? Half. How many degrees? Siglali, thank you for raising your hand. 180. So to find that missing piece, all you have to do is... Yeah, first I would add them all up. Thank you, Ian. Not that hard to add. 30 plus 30 is 60. 15 plus 15 is
30.
So we've got a 60 and a 30. Add those together and you get
90.
Now we should just
Subtract.
Guys, what does the missing piece equal? I want you to say what's on your mind, Kaden, because I already know what's on your mind. 90 is correct. Kaden, what's on your mind right now? It might be different. I might not do the exact same problem. But it's similar. So you know how to solve. Also, you know what would be on my mind if I was a kid? I'd be looking at this angle and I'd go, that doesn't look quite like 90 to me. In questions like this, don't trust your eyeballs. Don't use a protractor. Use the math, okay? It's about the math. It's all about the math. They'll even say, the angle might not be exact. Don't measure with the protractor. Instead, add or subtract to find the missing. Add or subtract, okay? Don't just be like, oh, that looks like. Don't do that right now. Add or subtract. All right. Did the blah 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 timer freeze?
Yeah.
It did. How weird.
But we're still on video, right?
I hope so. Let's just finish up quickly before the whole thing just froze. Oh no, there we are. We're good.
Is the timer moving?
No, but whatever. We'll just finish.
Wait,
Maybe that's why you didn't blah 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 too much.
All right, guys. We'll do this last one. Oh wait,
Wow.
last one.
it's not moving.
The whole thing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the timer. Is 140 degrees. The whole thing. This piece is 55. This piece is 45. What would the missing piece be? What should we do first? Kaylin, what would you add, kiddo? I would do that also. 45 plus 55 actually adds up nicely to 100. All right. So what's that missing piece if the whole thing is 140? We already have 100, so it's kind of easy to see now, I think. Haley Howerton?
You would subtract the 140 and the 100.
You sure would. And do you know what we would get, kiddo?
It'll equal 40.
It would equal 40. That missing piece is 40 degrees. All right, guys. That's all the homework help I think you need. Hopefully the video didn't pause or freeze or anything like everything else did. Everybody say, bye, class.
Bye!